guys? It's your boy Alex with Collects here, bringing you the most in-depth action figure reviews here on YouTube. And today we're taking a WWE Mattel Elite Series 112 featuring Xavier Woods, Seth freaking Rollins, and Becky Lynch. If you are interested in adding any of these figures to your collection, they are now available and shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com. When you guys shop there, use discount code FORLIFE. It will save you 10% off your order. Get these delivered to your doorstep. Avoid having that hassle of hunting these figures. They all do look great. So Xavier Woods, I feel like it's been a while since we've seen him in the Elite line. He's had some pretty great figures. I'll admittedly say I'm not the biggest fan of the New Day, but this figure does look great. I really like the big hair. You can see even has a little bit of the, I don't know if you're going to capture in camera, he does have these nose rings that are on the side or piercing. It looks pretty cool. Love the attire, really does pop. Seth Rollins, this is very similar to what we did receive. He does come with the new World Heavyweight Championship belt. I will say, pointing it out, he does not come with the Rollins side plate, so I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Personally, I like it because I like to be able to put these titles on the people who have won it, and when it has these specific side plates, I feel like it has to be with that specific character, so that is nice that they did kind of pay a little more attention to detail and say, hey, maybe we'll include one without the side plates. We also do have Becky Lynch in this kind of funky attire. I don't know if it's X-Men inspired. I don't know, someone can let me know down in the comments below, but that's what I think it is. I feel like she's kind of worn some X-Men gear throughout her career. There is a chase. I believe it's a black and white repaint. But Becky does look pretty good here in the yellow, black, and green. She also does come with a ladder and a bunch of interchangeable hands. For the packaging, your standard 2024 Elite box. You will have the window box for each, as well as the little window box on the top. The nameplates for each wrestler, as well as the images on the front. The sides does have the nameplates here for each. Flipping all the way around, we'll take a quick look at the larger images of each wrestler. On the back, you'll have the larger images, the other figures in the wave, and the little read-up. I will pull each box out if you guys want to pause and take a look for each character here on the back of the box. And here we go with Xavier Woods. But enough chatting. Let's get all three of these figures out of the box and see what they're all about. All right, so starting us off, we're taking Xavier Woods out of the packaging. So accessory-wise, he does come with a set of the mic open holding hands. You can see he does have the black hand tape with the blue stripes going around it. The figure itself comes with these open hands here. I feel like a lot of the Xavier Woods figures come with these same type of open gesturing hands. You can see the head on this figure looks pretty spot on. I don't know if this is the first figure we're getting with the big hair, but it does look great. And I'm going to zoom in real quick, and you guys can see he does have the nose piercings on this head sculpt. Looks really great. An absolutely uncanny likeness here in hand. You can see he also does come with this vest here. Does have the flowers and the stripes on there as well. You can see the detailing here on the back. Going on the actual tight design, you can see underneath here, he does have, it's a painted buckle on here, unfortunately not sculpted. You'll see that kind of flower design with the blue does go around a lot of the tights here. Pinless legs while we're at it, if you guys are noticing that. I will say that my kick pads on this one feels a little loose, not so much on this one, but did want to point that out for you guys. You can see the designs going down the kick pads as well. More of that design here on the sides. Taking a look at the back here, you can see the New Day design, and it's like a flower kind of showing through the actual white here. I really do like that, and even on the New Day, you can see the nice little palm tree here. If you guys want to actually remove the vest off of the figure, we can do that, so you can see the torso on underneath. This figure is pretty toyetic, especially for just mainly a black design of the gear. Pops really well. The head sculpt is really well. Again, he does have the kind of like medium build torso. The arms, I think, maybe are a tad too big. I know he's in decent shape, right? But I don't know. I think maybe I would have went with a smaller set of arms. Again, you can even take a look at the actual like arm tape with the flowery designs on there. It looks really good. Again, a very toyetic figure, and I absolutely love this head sculpt. We have the man, big time Bex herself. So she comes with a set of interchangeable mic open holding hands. She also does come with a steel ladder, which is nice. I always love when they include weapons with figures. I feel like we don't get enough weapons with a lot of our WWE figures. Usually they come with like the battle packs, which are now kind of shifted to like titles. I forgot what that other set is, kind of like the even more basic ones that give you all the accessories. But it's nice that she comes with a steel ladder. Taking a look at this head sculpt for Becky. I don't know if I like it, man. Let's zoom in a little more. I don't know if I see the best likeness. Her lips look a little too big in my opinion. She's kind of got that like awkward look, and the hair itself, I do not like how the orange highlights were applied here. I get what they're going for. She kind of did have like those bright orange highlights on the front, but it just looks like someone spilled ketchup on her or something. I don't know. Just, it doesn't look right. You can see she does have the longer hair here, more the kind of more browner, I guess brownish orange tone. You can see the sculpting on in the back. The gear does look pretty good. You will see it's kind of like that X-Men-esque gear. She does have the yellow, black, and green. She does have the pinless arms here as well. Looks pretty good. She comes with the fisted hands, which are on the figure. Moving on underneath, you can see that design going through as well. Kind of the stockings going through here. A little bit of the stripes. She does have the pin legs, and she does have these basic feet. So coming out of San Diego Comic-Con, what I heard a lot of was the basic feet on the woman figures should be updated, and we should eventually see these being phased out. But for an Elite figure, this has kind of been a complaint for a lot of people for the longest. If you guys want to look at the attire on the back, looks pretty good. I do like the design. It actually does pop pretty well. Remember, there is a chase version of her. I believe it's a black and white attire. The figure's okay. I like the gear, but the head sculpt, I feel like, I don't know. I just don't see the best likeness. From some angles, I can see it. I feel like her lips are a little too big, and like I said, I'm not a big fan of how the orange highlights look on her hair. For some Becky Lynch comparisons, we have the Survivor Series Elite here on the left. Still one of my favorite, if not my favorite Becky figure in my collection. We have the Ultimate Edition here on the right. I feel like this is one that, I don't know if it could be due for maybe a re-release for a Greatest Hits, but I was not a fan of those head sculpts, so I don't know if they could maybe swap all those heads and give us something a little more accurate. I do like the Survivor Series head, but I feel like these two are superior versus this brand new Elite 112 figure. The last figure we are taking a look at is Seth Rollins. So accessory-wise, you'll get a set of the pointing hands. You will also receive a set of the mic open holding hands, as well as these gesturing hands that we have been receiving with our more recent Seth Rollins figures. You do also get this World Heavyweight Championship belt. I will say, just like the Elite 109 figure, the issue is this belt does not really fit the greatest around his waist. It still is a little looser than I'd like it to be. But this particular version is the first time we are getting this belt with the generic side plates. You can see it just has the WWE logo. There is no Seth Rollins side plate. So you want to throw this on your Damian Priest, if you want to throw this on your Gunther, you definitely can do so. And honestly, I think that is the route I'm going to be going with, because I did pick up an extra Elite 109 Seth Rollins with that belt on my Damian Priest currently. But this figure, I will say, oddly similar in some ways to the Elite 109 figure. That one had more predominantly gold tights. This is more black with gold accents, so kind of flipped a little bit here, but the figure, you can see, does have a different head sculpt than that figure, and obviously we will take a look at that figure when we get to comparisons. But he does have the Screaming Skin here with the blonde highlights. You can see the blonde hair here on in the back. Does have the chest hair here, and it still kind of irks me that they did not include this with the Greatest Hits Seth Rollins with the chest hair, because the formula on this new Rollins looks great. So he does have the bigger legs, again, mainly black with the gold accents here. You can see the gold knee pads and the gold kickers. Actually does look really nice and clean. I always like black and gold, man. I don't know, it just looks awesome. You can see he does have the black wrist tape as well. He does have the pin legs, so if you guys are not a fan of the pinless legs, they did go with the pin ones here. But again, a great Seth Rollins to add to your collection. Do you need it? We'll get to comparisons and talk about that. Moving on to our Seth Rollins comparison. So on the very left, we have the Elite 99 figure. I did swap out that head. On the very right here, we have the Ultimate Edition figure. But here's the ones I really wanted to compare. So we have the Elite 109 and the Elite 112. I will say this. They are somewhat similar as far as the design and the gear, but 100% the gold looks so much better on this new Elite 112 versus the Elite 109. When this figure was originally announced, I was like, another Rollins with like kind of black and gold attire. I was like, I don't know if I want that. This looks more of like I don't know, just a bronze, not bronze, but like a dirty gold. I don't know how to describe it, but like a funky kind of green look, not actually gold. This looks a lot nicer. I feel like they nailed it more, and it's probably maybe a cost thing. I don't know if this gold paint costs more, and since it's not applied as heavily on something that would have been on this. I was going to say you probably don't need the Elite 112, but now looking at them side by side, I like the Elite 112 figure a little better than the Elite 109. You can see even the head sculpt, again, they are from the Ultimate Edition, just kind of, swapping different heads. I will say I do like the Screaming Scan a little more than this straight face scan. And while we're at it, I did want to compare both of the World Heavyweight Championship belts. You can see, again, they are exactly the same for the most part. I will say the middle globe looks actually a little more paint applications on it. Looks a little more predominantly, noticeable with that big WWE logo. You can see the side plate, so if you like this main plate, you can definitely swap them out, but some great comparisons here. If you guys have enjoyed this video review, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this brand new Elite 112 set and if you'll be adding any of them to your collection. While you're at it, please turn on those notification bells. Stay tuned to the newest action figure reviews here on my YouTube channel. My personal take on these three figures, I'll start with Xavier Woods first. I think it's a solid figure. I really like the head sculpt. I feel like it captured a great likeness to him. The attire does pop for, a black attire. It does really have a lot of different patterns and designs to it. So I say this is a solid figure, and I would definitely recommend picking up if you're a big Xavier Woods fan. As far as Becky Lynch goes, I like her gear. I think it does pop. I'm still not a big fan of those basic feet on the female superstar figures. I don't like the head sculpt, and I really dislike the actual highlights on the hair. It just looks very oddly painted on there. Seth Rollins is a great figure. I think it actually is a step up over the Elite 109. I would recommend this one. I definitely am going to take that World Heavyweight Championship belt and throw it on my Ultimate Edition Gunther. I feel like that was a genius move by Mattel. I love the fact that they're listening. They're not only going to just give us custom side plates for figures going forward. I do like that we can still get some of the generic ones that we can kind of swap between our collection as the championships change place in real time. But with this being the final video review of Elite 112, let's bring back the full set and rank them from my least favorite to my favorite. So here we go. We have the full Elite 112 set here in front of me. I'm going to rank these figures from my personal least favorite to my favorite. Again, this is just my opinion. So if you guys disagree, that's cool. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. But we're going to start with number 6 being my least favorite figure from the set. I'm just going to go with Stax. I just don't know enough about him. I do like the figure. But you know what? I'll be honest. One I wasn't super excited for. At number 5, I'm going to go Becky Lynch. Like I stated earlier, just a lot of the execution on the face was not my favorite version of her figure. At number 4, I'm going to go with Xavier Woods. It's a great figure, but I'll be totally honest with you guys, I'm just not a big New Day fan. I never understood the whole gimmick from the beginning. Just, again, not a group I really ever have gotten behind. At number 3, I'm going to go with JD McDonough. It's a solid figure. I wish it would have came in the Judgment Day attire. But you know what? I'll take this for now. I'm sure there'll be another JD. If not, maybe, who knows? We'll get a box set of the Judgment Day now that they're no longer together. At number 2, I'm going to go with Seth Rollins. I do like this figure a lot. I do like the black and gold combination. I love the belt. Highly recommend that one. And without a doubt, I think, is this not going to be anyone's number 1 favorite figure from the set? Bray Wyatt. Love the gear. I went ahead and threw on some extra accessories just to plus this figure up. But I absolutely love it. I love the pants and all the patches and the designs to it. I love the head sculpt. It just looks like a spot-on version here in hand. If you are interested in adding any of these figures to your collection, they are now all available and shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com. When you guys shop, use discount code 4LIFE to save 10% off your order. Before you go, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at AlexWestCollects. Thank you so much for tuning into this video review, and I'll catch you all in the next one.